What is up, everybody? Bootman here, and we are back with another Marvel Snap video, and I am super duper uber excited to talk about some decks that we have today featuring my man, my three-faced homeboy, Living Tribunal. He just got a little bit of a buff, and I've been playing so much Living Tribunal, all right, since the OTA patches, and I am just farming Conquest tickets, all right? This is no exaggeration. I am farming Conquest mode, and I wanted to go over a few of my favorite decks. Yeah, that's right, I'm not just showing you one deck. I'm gonna go over a few of my favorite decks. I'm gonna go over them, talk about potential replacements for different cards, except for Living Tribunal. You guys, no, we're not gonna talk about that in this video because it's not happening. They're all Living Tribunal decks. But anyways, I digress, all right? But anyways, I'm gonna go over a few decks, show you some gameplay, all that kind of good stuff, all right? But before we get started, if you're new here, hi, my name is Chris. I also go by Bootman. If you love Marvel Snap as much as I do, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell, especially if you're into the competitive aspect, ranking up the ladder, working your way towards infinite. If you love going into Conquest mode, getting yourself some tickets, hopefully winning Infinity Conquest, you're definitely gonna wanna subscribe and ring the notification bell. And we just passed 10,000 subscribers. We have an amazing, awesome community. If you want to, join our Discord server down in the description below. And make sure to follow me on Twitter at BootmanMSTZ, also linked down below because I do monthly season pass giveaways. I give away 3 of these bad boys for free every single month. So make sure you're subscribed, make sure you follow me on Twitter. And if you're on Threads, follow me over there too at BootmanMSTZ, all right? Cool. So, you guys, I'm not exaggerating here. Like, I just chill and play some Conquest mode, and I'm racking up the gold tickets. Now, right now, there is like the Conquest rush thing, so I have been getting like a couple tickets a day, but like, or not a couple tickets a day, but I've been getting 1 ticket a day just for winning so much. But like, yeah, dude, I'm just farming silvers and golds. I'm probably gonna stream and do some Infinity, farm some Infinity tickets, because I haven't done that yet since it's such a long season or whatever. But yeah, I've been primarily playing Living Tribunal decks, all right? So I'm gonna go over a few of these with you. So check it out. Let's start with this one. So real quick, I wanna say this, and I don't wanna dedicate a whole video to it, but like, there are multiple cards, I think, that they have buffed, which have made them super, super, super popular, but like the buff wasn't even that much. Like, I really want people to understand, and it's why I do some videos about this, like the psychological components of Marvel Snap, all right? Like just the feeling, like just feeling that something's stronger makes people play cards a lot more. Same thing in the opposite direction. Once a card gets nerfed, people just completely stop playing decks. It's like, what are you doing? But Living Tribunal, I think, is a prime example, and so is Sentry. My son and I were talking about Sentry. Like, they've arguably made Sentry and Living Tribunal worse, putting them in Shang-Chi range, and everybody's playing them. Everybody's playing these cards now. Like Sentry, not as much, but Living Tribunal's popping up everywhere. But anyways, I don't think Living Tribunal's buff is the reason these decks are so good now. It's mainly because my girl Magik, since they buffed her and changed her to a 3 cost, like, I think it's giving you the ability to get your draws off more often, because with Living Tribunal, you really need the combo aspect, all right? So this first deck, I'm gonna show you a few of these decks. The first one, I named this Fine Brad, all right? So my co-host, Brad, AKA Bradsifer, on the Snap on Ego podcast. By the way, we're recording a new episode tomorrow for this week, so make sure you're subscribed and staying tuned to that. But yeah, he just got Howard the Duck, so he's been playing around with this. So a lot of Living Tribunal decks are using Iron Lad, and Howard the Duck increases consistency. I'll show you another deck in a second, but this is, I don't even like calling this a Hella deck. So if Brad's actually watching this, maybe I'll tell him to watch it. When he first shared this deck, I was like, dude, Hella sucks. I still hate Hella. Hella's terrible. And Brad was like, Hella's more of a backup plan. I'm like, oh, because I've been playing so many Tribunal decks. Yes, Hella is a backup plan. Because mainly, listen, for all the decks, every single deck we're gonna go over, there are 3 cards that you wanna play, all right? Pay attention to me. Any Living Tribunal deck wants to play 3 cards. You ready for this? Living Tribunal, Onslaught, and Iron Man. That's it. Those are the 3 cards you want to play. Everything else is just funsies. all right? So with this Hella deck, like ideally, not even ideally, I still think these 3 cards are the best to play, but you could also Invisible Woman into MODOK into Hella, okay? Just hope you don't get Cosmo and all that. Howard improves the consistency of Iron Lad, and you guys, I will lose it. I swear to God, I swear on my little baby boy, my son, that if one more person says, well, if Howard, like, weren't you just gonna play those cards anyways? I am gonna snap. I am just gonna lose it. You're never gonna see me again because I will be in a psych hospital. Listen to me, okay? Like, just like, would you rather be kinda sure that your Iron Lad's gonna hit the card you want? Or would you rather be 100% sure? Kinda sure or 100% sure? Like, I don't know why people are debating this, okay? I tweeted a prime example. On turn 5, I snapped. And the only reason was I was 1000% sure that my Iron Lad was going to hit Iron Man, all right? And that's the whole reason I won the game. So, like, Howard's a good card, but if you don't have Howard, don't worry, I'm gonna show you some other decks. Now, I will say, one issue with the Invisible Woman into MODOK Hella playline is that, like I said, these 3 cards, Iron Man, Onslaught, and Living Tribunal, are the 3 cards you really want. You just want to stack them up on one lane, right? The issue is when you go the MODOK Hella route, you can't guarantee that Onslaught and Iron Man are gonna land on the same lanes, all right? You can do some finagling. Sometimes you could stack 4 cards in one lane, whatever, but just keep that in mind for these Hella decks, all right? Those of you who don't have Howard, there are some other decks. I did this one, Hella Psy, because I was just like, I'm just not a fan of Hella decks. All right. Oh, but also you'll see a lot of Wave and Electro, because sometimes, like, if you don't have Magic or whatever, you'll want to like Wave and cheat out like Onslaught, so you can play 2 6-drops, you know what I mean? So this is another Hella version. This is running Echo. This is from another streamer, creator, writer over at Marvel Snap Zone. He put Echo in this deck, which actually paid off for me so well in one game. I was playing against a Darkhawk Dino deck, and it just completely controlled how they were able to play. They also had a Cosmo. It was amazing. I didn't realize they had a Cosmo until like it was in Conquest, 2nd or 3rd round, they dropped it on my Invisible Woman. I'm like, ugh, right? So I started playing Echo, and I can completely manipulate where they were able to play. So it was like Echo, Invisible Woman, MODOK Hella, something like that. But if you don't have Echo, just find another good 1-drop. Like, a lot of people are using Nebula, stuff like that. You could slip in like Spider Ham for like a little disruption. Like, do whatever you want, get crazy, it's your deck, go nuts, all right? But this is another version of the deck I like. I think previously too, because I just recently updated this to Safety Blades, possibly even instead of Echo, you play like Giganto or something like that, just so you have another like big unit. I think it had like Giganto and Odin, something like that. Play around with it. But anyways, like, you'll notice with all these decks, they have some core cards, okay? So now I'm gonna show you a non-Hella deck. So this is from D Money, and I started playing with it. Oh, this one runs Odin. Started playing it, I won 2 or 3 gold Conquest tickets with his deck. It's pretty good. Ooh, look at that. I just picked up the Max Grek variant. Oh, I love me some Max Grek. But anyways, so this is pretty legit too. This one's running Howard. Again, if you don't have Howard, run something else. But yeah, Howard is gonna increase the consistency of Iron Lad. But yeah, the cool thing about Iron Lad too is you'll double up on your Iron Man, you'll double up on your Onslaught. Just all sorts of kooky stuff can happen. But yeah, I want a decent amount of this. I do like Claw in this deck because, like, sometimes if you don't get Tribunal, you don't get the draw you want, because you'll notice this deck does not run Magic. And maybe you could swap Electro or Wave, one of those 2, with Magic. But there were certain games where I would just stack, like I was able to Wave or Electro, and then I was able to stack Onslaught, Iron Man, and Claw all on one lane, and then like to the lane to the right of it, just, get some cards down, because then you're getting 12 power on the lane to the right of you, and then the lane that you're playing all three of these cards in, it's huge, right? Because Onslaught's gonna be buffing your claw, okay? I'll tell you this, I played a bunch of games with this. There wasn't a single time that I did like the Odin into Doom combo. Now, Dr. Doom is dope. If Iron Lad tags Dr. Doom, that's cool too. But I'm wondering if like Odin might be replaceable, because it's really only good with Dr. Doom. And sometimes like you'll just clog up a lane with like useless stuff, right? Like if I didn't have Howard and I was just doing a blind Iron Lad, like my Iron Lad would like hit Jubilee, right? And then like Jubilee would pull like Odin, and then it would just pull some other nonsense card. And I just have 4 cards on a lane, and it was just like not great cards. I was like spreading power with Tribunal. So anyways, I think this is a good shell, and I won a lot with it. Don't get me wrong, I won a ton with it, but I think it might be able to use some adjustments, okay? But anyways, I'm gonna show you a few games. I'm gonna play my Fine Brad list. I'm just gonna show you a couple games, show you the play lines, kind of my thought process behind it. I'm gonna jump into ladder matches, but like I said, I've been tearing up Conquest mode with Living Tribunal decks. It's been fantastic. A lot of people are not trying to counter it. A lot of people aren't expecting it, which is weird, because I've run into it a lot, and if I'm playing it a lot, other people are running into it as well, and people like aren't even attempting to block it. Actually, I think there was one more list I'll show you. Yeah, I'll show you this list too. This list is decent. It's interesting because if you run Electro, so there's a 4th list. I hooked you guys up. Devil Dino, this is an interesting one. I won quite a few with just Onslaught on Devil Dino. Me personally, I haven't played, this was like the first list I tried and it was really good, but I might replace Nebula with Howard just because I really love Howard in the Iron Lad. Howard also works well with Jubilee, in case you didn't know. But yeah, this also runs Cosmo. That's what made me remember this list. So Cosmo is also there to block any kind of shenanigans that might be happening. And sometimes Cosmo is just good disruption against the deck that you're playing against. You know what I mean? But anyways, let's jump into a few games. All right, legit, anything Sakar hits right now is good. I cannot tell you how many times I luckily top decked Hela, which like never happens. Like I would just toss down a turn 5 Modok, like Hela would just come out on turn 6. It's like the thing that always happens against you, you know what I mean? But yeah, whatever Sakar pulls, I'm fine. See that? I'm fine. Well, that's annoying. Ooh. Don't know if I want Sinister London. I've had some really cool things happen. We gotta decide now. Shoot. So their leech is gonna disable my Hela, right? Their leech disables my Hela. What do you guys think? This leech might just, yeah. I think they just got really lucky on that. I'm just gonna play another one. Just show you guys. So it's like, I'm not feeling that one. Because it was like between Sinister London and Attilan. Like, if they did not leech, I would have slammed Magic on this Attilan to keep this dope hand. Look, because we have Modok and Hela, and you're just golden. You're golden. I do think sometimes these lists do need to run like more big cards. You know what I mean? Because if things don't line up well with Hela, or if like your Onslaught doesn't land on your Iron Man lane or something, you want big cards. So it's almost like, I wonder if Jubilee should be swapped with like a Giganto or something like that. Not quite sure. I think these decks have not reached their peak yet, but at the same time, they're winning. They're winning unless somebody luckily gets Sakar to pull their leash. Also, I was just thinking too, Cosmo is decent in these lists too if you're running Magic, because Cosmo will stop them from, Cosmo will stop them from doing their shenanigans. turn like storming your limbo or something like that. Oh, they must have just pulled that Iron Fist, right? If this was Conquest, I would snap this because I have Electro. So right now, what I'm going to do, like I would much rather, by the way, play these 3 cards than Hela and all that other stuff. Because I can guarantee these 3 on the lane. I think it spreads out like 30 power on each. Since we have a 7-turn game, I guess it's possible that we pull MODOK. I don't know if I would want to do that. Let's see. We'd have to get MODOK right now. All right, cool. Cool. No, we could still, I can drop Hela if we get MODOK. If we get MODOK, I could drop MODOK outside of Invisible Woman, Hela under Invisible Woman, and it would still work. God, it's the Phoenix Force missions, and like, man, I hate playing Phoenix Force decks so much. The best Phoenix Force decks are the ones with like, no, we need this power, huh? We have 3 cards. Okay. All right, if we pull, do we go for it? Let's go for it. Because I'm thinking if we pull Iron Lad, if we don't pull MODOK right now, we can potentially Jubilee or Iron Lad. They thought they were gonna hit their torch. Why didn't they move their, what? What are you doing? Why didn't they move that? Oh, this is Yahtzee right here. This is Yahtzee. Wait, hold on, I'll have 1, 2. So yeah, I could fill up everything. Because we're gonna pull 1 Sentinel. Watch the fireworks, baby. That top deck, though. You guys ready? I'm just relaxing. I'm cool. Watch this. That's still not gonna do it. Like, this is gonna be huge over here, but you're screwed in these other 2 lanes. The other funny thing about like running these decks is like, they just have no idea what you're playing, right? They're just like, what is this person doing? Oh, wait, MODOK blew up. He didn't blow that symbol. But anyways, watch. Oh! Infinite. Oh! We had a 50-50 on that. Oh, wait, did I screw this up? I don't think I did. You guys like that? You guys see all that power? Look at that, 34 on each lane. So if we would have played Living Tribunal there, like we didn't do the ridiculous high roll of like pulling MODOK, we would have had Living Tribunal right here, and then it would have spread out a little differently. But yeah, that's fun, right? Here, so for this last game, I'll actually show you, I'll show you one with Dean Bunny's deck. This kinda, I don't know. We can't do the Invisible Woman play, basically. Let's put her here just for funsies. Then I might, let's see. hopefully we draw Onslaught or Living Tribunal on this next one. If not, I'm just gonna Jubilee into the raft and see if we can fill it. Let's see. Oh, anyways, I don't think I finished my thought. The best, a minute ago. The best, oh shoot, do we do it? Do we do it? I think I wanna do that. Maybe that into Jubilee. But the best Phoenix Force decks are the ones with Nimrod and Shuri. And basically, like, I would rather a million times over do Shuri into Nimrod into Venom and Carnage over literally anything else, you know? This one might be a tough one. They're tagging that Apocalypse pretty well. So what's cool about this with Iron Man is if you do play Claw to the left, see, like, there's too many bad things in my deck for me to do Jubilee. Like, if I pulled like a Howard or an Electro. Oh my lord. All right, let's hope we hit Onslaught or Dr. Doom. Onslaught or Dr. Doom. I don't think either one of those will win us the game, but let's see. Let's see. I was about to say there's a chance that they just don't hit like their Apocalypse again, or they don't clear their hand. Freaking MODOK, dude. Yeah. Yeah, so like with this, like this is one of those games where it's definitely like, aside from like, you know, the squirrels like kind of not being great, but like I think this game right here shows why like it's really good to have Magik in these decks. So it's like, yeah, do you replace like Odin with like Magik or something like that? Like that might be the play. That might be the play, I don't know. Maybe experiment with it. Tell me what you think. All right, everybody, I just gave you a bunch of different Tribunal decks. I showed you a little gameplay. If you have any Living Tribunal decks that you've been playing around with, let me know down in the comments below. I would love to test them out. I love this card. When this card came out, I used to make a bunch of videos on it because this card absolutely stole cubes. And right now, people still don't expect it too much, even though we just got buffed and a lot of people are playing it. So if you have them, and something else I mentioned on Twitter, because I had this come up so much, since Living Tribunal got buffed, so many people are playing it with Magik and everything. A lot of people, I just started seeing comments like, oh my God, I wish I went for Living Tribunal last week, right? So I tweeted that out towards second dinner. I was like, hey, maybe you guys should like consider lining up Spotlight caches with like OTA updates, just because, you know what I mean? Like, it's gotta feel bad for anybody who passed on Living Tribunal last week to seeing it being so good, like right now with like Magik and, you know, just being a good card. I've always liked this card. It's the most difficult part about this card is that you've gotta set up combos. Like, because spreading out power across 3 lanes, it's not going to give you as much power as you think. That's why you really need like Onslaught and Iron Man to get like that 30 power in every single lane. Because it's very hard for other decks to get that much power in multiple lanes. All right, but anyways, that's all I got for the video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell. And yeah, don't forget our Discord server is linked down in the description, as well as follow me on Twitter at BootmanMSTZ if you want to be part of our monthly season pass giveaways. All right, but other than that, have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one.